Shall we go pick up my grad cap and gown? Pause. I graduated quite literally almost a month ago. Actually, more than a month ago by this point, once this video is out. Who knew life would be more hectic when you're done with school? Hi everyone, my name is Cora, or you can call me by my artist name Azure, and I'm about to graduate. We're gonna jump pretty quickly into this, as one of the most exciting developments about graduating with an art degree is that we have to share our artwork in a museum. And our pieces have finally been put up and ready to be displayed. So with that exciting development, I finally get to share the work that I've been working on for over a year with my classmates, peers, friends, and strangers. And with that, let's jump right into this. My final piece is titled Authenticity from Azure. And I never expected the opening night to be such an exciting time, just full of amazing individuals inquiring about my piece, and the beauty that came from viewing everybody's artwork at the museum. No, I was looking at I'm looking at the plane. Cracked a bone? Oh. Yeah, that was a good photo. The last few days of my classes were pretty busy. In turn, my color and culture class, we were working on a final project, a meme project, or in this case, any project that included some text. And here I'm working on a giant name tag. Specifically, this is more of a purposeful project for me that I decided to use in my website and just in my promotion of my own artwork. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and when my professor gave us the opportunity to use these, I think like backing boards, I'm not really entirely sure what they are, but crayons work really well on them. I use this "hello, my name is" tag a lot in my sketchbook, and so I wanted to really bring one of the main ones that I use all the time to life. Who knows, maybe I decide to use this sign in cons or artist alleys that I plan on doing in the future. It'd be really cool once I have my own studio to just put it outside like a little "hello, my name is Azure" sign. So I really wanted to just make it because it was a time for me to de-stress from the upcoming art talks that we all have to do in relation to our final thesis work, which was quite literally right after this class, so that was very nerve-wracking. But in any other case, I think the final tag came out looking exactly how I wanted it to. Fuck yeah.
I'm early for once in my life. And how I had fat bias myself against other fat people. And I did a lot of unlearning. And in doing that, it changed the trajectory of my life in so many ways. I started dating, I fell in love, I wore clothes that felt like me, and I went to events and went to the beach with
autobiographical zines. My 20s are a fucking scam. Tales.
I am Margot Ziak. I'm a watercolor illustrator from the Pacific Northwest. Danica, Avery, Cooper, Cora, Sarah, Luca, Rory.
Here, next we have Audrey Nixon. Through this exhibition, she explores the fears and concerns of her generation. This piece aims to acknowledge the existential anxiety Americans are living through and remind people that there is a power in art and protest. Cora is a queer disabled artist whose areas of focus revolve around painting and illustration that explores themes of embodiment, power, vulnerability, reclamation. Wow. inclination of the body.
This work titled before you is called Authenticity from Azure, is the idea of agency over objectification. I want you to embrace the idea of resisting perfection while looking at this work. I wanted to paint what is often left out, including all the flaws that are deemed on a body. Color plays a really big role in all my paintings, and especially this one. And how I approach this piece, it's vibrant, saturated, loud, nothing is muted. And just evolving in my practice is how it does glow in UV lighting. So parts of this piece, I'm sorry my light is a little sad right now, part of this piece really shines through and opens up the more you look at it. There are a lot of quiet, silent metaphors laced throughout the painting. Body, through your life, personality, and everything that is connected within you. I was interested in depicting something a little more earned, messy, but strong. They're not perfect. They're off-center, off-kilter, slightly tilted. You can't even see the full depiction of the wings in the background. It's a kind of strength that comes from existing in a body that the world, even now, doesn't always make room for. So initially, I was moved in this direction while posing for this piece to paint and wear pasties over the nipples, and how that was the original outcome that was gonna be this painting. Before I even got to painting the pasties, as I worked on the figure alone, the boobs were left naked, bare. And I had a moment of hesitation of not knowing what to do for the breast. I had many people, while they were blank, tell me to leave it that way so that it wasn't sexual. And that, hearing those phrases really made me realize just how much my mindset was not pushing for the narrative that I'm striving to show with this piece, which is embracing the body as just a body, not something that is constrained in this sexual light or idea of a woman's figure. And so in a matter of little bravery, I painted the nipples where they weren't going to be there before. But I realized just how much that truly made the piece come alive and speak for itself in a way. Real bodies and growth aren't precise or precious either. They're layered, unruly, and worth seeing. I do truly hope it speaks beyond me. Many people, queer, disabled, feminine, trans, grow up learning that their bodies are problems or something that needs to be fixed or hidden. Shapes, sizes, elements of the body that are deemed wrong, and a lot of that can and gets reinforced through media and art. Authenticity from Azure sits with the question, what happens when we paint the body as it really is, not to provoke or to please, but to simply witness? It doesn't offer a resolution, it doesn't ask for validation, it just exists with loud colors, tender forms, contradictions, all laid bare. It wasn't just about being brave, but about being honest and authentic. Thank you.
There? Yeah.
Just
To start with Emily Spikes, I do have a bio that I'm going to read, specializing in oil painting, illustration, and graphic design.
A lot of my work throughout my time at PSU has explored a lot of topics like individuality, identity, and connection between people. For my senior project, I created a hand-bound children's poetry anthology titled Where the Light Shines. Started out with a lot of research in the beginning. I wanted to include poetry from authors from around the world. First poem, this one is titled The Only Me, is The Bird, the Bell, and I by Japanese author Kaneko Misuzu. I see the moon and the moon sees me, and this is a traditional American nursery rhyme. There's no true author to this one because it's kind of like a told by mouth. It's been changed a lot the longer that it's been told by people. Embracing the people that you love and just the interconnectedness between people. I'm really inspired by authors or illustrators like Beatrix Potter and Marie Sendak, who does Where the Wild Things Are. It's very process-oriented. It started with the research and then with the illustrations, and then once I was finished with the illustrations, I could really tackle the book, which was like its own beast in itself. It was finished, I printed it out, I saddle stitched it all together. A lot of books are being banned and being pulled from the shelves, and I feel like it's just unfair that children are having these like wonderful resources taken away from them. And I really want children to be able to pick up a book and see themselves in it. That everybody's voice matters, and differences are something you can be proud of. Thank you.
Please introduce you to Chloe Bates.
This is After the Party collection. It is a formal wear line that focuses on gender inclusivity, color, and sustainability. This is all to give autonomy back to the trans community. This collection was created for queer and trans people, and you can't separate the queer community from gender inclusivity. I could shy away from the damage that's happening around, and I refuse to take part in the stripping of the T in the LGBTQIA+ community, as the T is transgender, has been stripped from government documents, websites, research, and funding within the last few weeks and months. Unfortunately, even the Stonewall website, which is pretty ironic as the riot was started by trans women, there would be no queer rights or visibility if it wasn't for trans people.
Hell yeah.
And creativity, boldness in patterns and color. I utilize companies that sell deadstock fabric. Deadstock is a fabric that was either once in production for a designer, fabric company, or store, and now is at the last end of it. Sustainability is typically seen as environmental, but to me also means being economically sustainable and using local resources and uplifting them as well. I'm someone who is always saying thank you because I believe as a society we could stand to say it a little bit more. Thank you to my models who happen to be my friends and coworkers. Thank you for being brave and always showcasing your queer and transness every day. Your true selves always show through your individual style. You are what made this project work and shine. Thank you so much.
Something that I've been really working on within the last few months of college and even afterwards is making and prepping my own shop and site, where I will be finally selling my original artworks with many individuals, including all of you. And here is some sneak peeks as to what I've been working on, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. Actually, since graduating, I've been in a couple different galleries now, and I officially, actually today as I'm voiceovering this, I had my first sale and order placed. Private sale, as I'm only opening up my shop at this current time to friends or closer individuals who I know, just so I can make sure everything is working properly, because let me tell you, I've been at this for months and it's still a very stressful learning curve, just figuring out how shipping works, how to protect your work, design your work, things I've just been learning. Like, I kid you not, I purchased my site almost an entire year ago, and I'm finally at that point where I feel confident enough to fully share my work to you guys. So progress is being made, I will tell you that. I do believe the next video I make is gonna be me announcing my own shop launch. And what I'm working on right now is inspired by my own pieces, especially within my BFA program, and just focusing on the body and beauty, strength, and colors, obviously. I don't want to spoil too much with you, but I know you'll get super excited as to what I have to share. And can I just say, something I've learned within my time creating my final piece for college is just how much painting your body can really improve how you view yourself. Pieces I'm working on right now are also modeled after my own form and figure, and it truly has changed my own perspective on how I see myself as a whole, and just how I think that natural confidence comes from when you finally decide to be vulnerable with yourself.
I know. This is like the last time we'll be in this room.
Bye-bye, FMH painting room.
Goodbye.
My last physical day at school was very much bittersweet. Can I fully be vulnerable here and say that I fully intended never to go to college or finish college while I was attending? A bit of an artist Cora Azure lore here is that when I was in my freshman year of high school, I woke up paralyzed one morning and physically couldn't move, couldn't do anything, did not know what was wrong with me until I went to the doctors, obviously, and I was diagnosed with a severe form of spina bifida. Genuinely did not know if I would be able to walk or move again. I had surgery done twice. After the first surgery failed, I had to go in for a second surgery not even a month later, which then caused me to forget how to walk, and I had to relearn that all over again. Going back to school was atrocious. I had a walker with me constantly and an aide, which she was very helpful. I will always remember her for her kindness and her support. But all the people ever knew me by was the walker girl, and that truly hurt. I didn't want to just be known by my disability. Granted, it's something that my form is supposed to be found when you are born. It just didn't catch up to me until I was 15, which I'm going to remind you all, you can become disabled at any point. So never judge others, and also learn to be kind to yourself and the things you have accomplished. I was only in high school for physically a year, and then COVID happened. And I was so tired of it that I decided to graduate early, and I did. I was able to accomplish what I thought I couldn't do. And then it became the question of now what? Because let me say, art has never been a hobby for me, and I don't get to have a second choice. It is the one thing that I can do and limit to my own terms and physical needs. It's something that I can do and become my own boss. I didn't intend to go to college, but I did. And for a while, I very much wanted to give up. Physically, I was struggling. Mentally, I was struggling with the concept of why am I even here when all I know I can do is art? Why am I learning something I already know how to do? Everyone's college experience, especially art college experience, is different, but let me tell you, it is something that I will never ever go back on. Even when the hardest challenge were pushed towards me and my body, I, just like high school, graduated with all A's and honors, and I'm so proud of the things I've been able to do. And on a lighter note, trust me, if you think you are ready to be in the art world right after high school, you're not. There's so much things you will learn and can learn and improve on. Hell, I hated painting so much before college, and then I met my mentor and professor, and they literally changed my viewpoint and my life, because that is my main medium source now, and that's what I used for my final project was paint, and I'm so proud of it. I think a trick is to go into college trying to learn something new, or take classes, especially in the art courses, of things that you don't physically have access to yet. Learn things, get into something. Because the minute you try to only take courses for things you already know how to do, that's when it becomes tiresome. Try something new, learn something, it's fun. And more on my condition, I knew that the way I had to approach college for me was to not think of it as this next big step into my career. And this might sound a little weird, but from being disabled, this is truly how it is for me. It was more so something that could pass my time and get me through challenges and feel like I'm able to keep moving forward, pursue my art career. I learned so many things on how to get yourself into the art space, how to show your work at galleries, how to use different mediums. I would never take that back. I never know what days I will be okay and the days I'm not. And for me, that means physically not being able to move. Sometimes it means months and months going without creating or doing art. And that is something that is scary, and it makes you feel like you don't have a purpose when you physically can't do the thing you love to do the most. But I did do something. I graduated. I have a degree. Don't give up on yourself. Truly keep going and keep doing things that you love. I'm gonna become even more sentimental in a moment because I'm about to physically come on camera. But yes, don't give up. Do not give up. Can you believe it's already been over a month? Let's go pick up my artwork from the museum. It feels a little surreal that it's basically over. Once I pick up my artwork, all that's left is graduating. I don't know if I'll ever have an experience like this again, but I'm genuinely so glad and proud that I was able to have this moment. I won't ever forget this opportunity and the things that I feel like I've been able to accomplish. It has been truly an amazing growing experience, both within myself and in my artistic journey. And being able to see everyone else's amazing masterpieces just coming to the forefront and experiencing the joy and sadness and just every single emotion you could ever imagine with my whole cohort has been truly remarkable. This moment feels a little bittersweet because I'm setting in the fact that this is truly almost over, and I don't quite know what's gonna happen from here. I'm not stopping art, that's for sure, or the things I love to do in life. It's just a matter of taking one step at a time. The last 4 years have been insane and crazy, and like with anything, there were great and truly horrible moments. And for the longest time, I despised the thought of even going to college to get an art degree, because to me, what was the point? But also, because I'm permanently disabled, I think life to me finally mattered when it became more along the lines of thinking to pursue my love for things instead of trying to chase something that I feasibly cannot do. But I can do art, and I love art, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. It's so cheesy, but art truly is just the reason I am here still. And I wouldn't get rid of that. So, we'll see if I don't know. am able to keep pursuing it. Maybe in the future get a master's degree to potentially teach at a college level. I don't know. We're not too sure what the next step is yet. A lot of things are up in the air, and I'm okay with that. I won't forget this. I won't forget the amazing people connections that I made, or my amazing friends that I met along the way. And I won't forget myself for pushing through and actually succeeding when genuinely my body at times could not. I have to remember these moments so that I don't get lost or feel like I'm being left at a place where I can't move forward. We're all at different phases of our lives now. I know this is the end, but also the start of something, even though I know it's still gonna be hard. I'm ready to push through it with hopefully a continued smile on my face. So, with that being said, I think it's time to graduate. See you at the stand. And before I knew it, I was taking down my artwork, cleaning up in my spacious studio where me and multiple friends created masterpieces together. A place where my eyes were open and filled with joy. And then, let's graduate!
How are you feeling? Good. I'm ready. I'm so ready. What about you? Yes. Hold on, I'll wait for Emily. No, you're fine, you're fine. I was trying to right there, it was perfect. Nice.
I ask you to make a commitment as you go out into the world.
Hi!
So cute. Guiltily starting off by ending this video saying that this happened more than a month ago. I've already graduated, as probably stated, but so many new things happened since I graduated. Who knew that life would be hectic right afterwards? It's been crazy, that's for sure, but I'm excited to share the new developments that are being made in my future and just little things that feel like nice achievements. A small work of mine made it into another gallery, which by the time this video is out, it will be up in the gallery, and I'm very, very excited. I got an incredible new printer that I've been working tirelessly on, printing out stickers and my own prints, because that shop of mine is fully coming to a head and it's on its way. So I'm really excited to share that new development with you guys very, very, very soon. And yeah, I know this platform hates when people are late to their schedule of posting, but I do hope you enjoyed this video and get to see the awesome developments coming in the near future. I'm very excited to share them with you. And with that being said, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!